So, as an attorney with a spiritual business, I live in two different worlds. And so my brain is always having two very, very different conversations. And I have been really focused on the cruelty that is happening in our world. And it's taking me back to when I was a frontline prosecuting attorney. I was a trial prosecutor. And I saw humans doing the worst that a human could do to another human or an animal. And I studied it quite deeply and I still teach about it of what causes a person to be so cruel, so harmful, like physically violently harmful. And I'm not going to go into that because there are a lot of psychological dynamics. But when I think of it, when I think of my time as a prosecutor in dealing with those offenders, and then I look at it from a spiritual perspective, there's probably trauma, but these people are literally not in their body. They are so disassociated from being grounded in their body. They're just out there, which means they are highly manipulated. Highly manipulated. People who are not grounded, who are not fully in their body, like, okay, I'm here. I'm here. I'm grounded. I've got my feet on the ground. I am fully here. I'm not disassociated. I haven't had like soul disassociation, and that does happen. These people are so disassociated, they are easily manipulated. And so they hear something and they go with it. And that's why facts don't matter. But it's just fascinating thinking about this from this dual perspective that I have. And so, if you are friends or family members with somebody like this who is either cheering on the cruelty, tolerating the cruelty, or making excuses for the cruelty, like it's justified, I'll tell you right now, it ain't justified. The best thing that you can do is to get them grounded, get them out in nature and away from their phone and away from media, and get them in their heart, because when you're disassociated, you just don't have empathy. You don't have empathy. Because when I hear people say things like, well, we had to do the things that are happening, sending people to other countries where they have no origination, that actually violates US federal law. Because if you look up US federal law, when somebody is deported, they are deported to their home where they had citizenship. They're not sent to another country, and they're certainly not sent to a prison. So, as an attorney, I do not understand what is taking so long for the courts to say the statute is plain on its face. It is clear. So, unfortunately, the cruelty continues. And the antidote to cruelty is for you to find as best as you can joy in your life, to stay grounded, and to help other people literally ground into their body and to start opening up their hearts. That's the only, facts are not going to do it. Emotions do. And one way that I help people get into their heart center and get grounded into that is to ask them about somebody that they love, a person, a pet, a grandchild, and get them telling stories. The more people can talk about things that bring up positive, loving emotions, it's really hard to then flip the coin and tolerate or celebrate cruelty. Keep people talking about what they love.